Okay, to start lacing a corset from the front, we always want to figure out which side is the ins and outs. To get it to lace, you want it to finish out, so you usually count under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. So the thread starts under. So we've placed it so that this little knot in the cord is under. So then we can come out with both sides and have an over, and start with an over X. Now when you lace it like a spiral. You start in the next one and then skip one. If you're outside the corset, you go in and then back out. Like so. So you've got a bar, and then you continue skipping a hole all the way down, and it's lacing it. As you can see, it forms sort of a spiral look to it. Once that thread is entirely done, you go through and fill in all the holes with the other side of the thread. What these X's allow it to do is they allow it to shut entirely to allow the sides of the corset to meet one another, so you don't have any gaps in case you're wearing it without a shirt or whatever else. It's a nice, clean, closed line. What that also does is it reduces the friction along the edges of the corset here, and keeps it from getting excessive wear and tear. After you get the lacing all the way through, you go through and you snug up all the laces, take away all the slack, and that will get it all closed. You just don't want it to overlap when you're doing it. Or if you want to close it an additional amount, say she got too small for her corset, you can overlap entirely in a uniform motion and it would still allow it to work, and then she would reduce an extra inch off of her corset. And then usually I will tie it in a square knot and then tie the bow, because the corset lacing is rather smooth and it will want to untie throughout the day, but this will keep it nice and tight. After your front's closed, you just go through and tighten in the back.